Hey everyone, it's Shanna, Peter Girl 83. It is Thursday, July 14th, I believe, 2011. As most of you know, I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy done on Monday, July 11th. I made a video yesterday when I got home wanting to let you guys know how my hospital experience was, but apparently I talked too long and it wouldn't upload the video. So I'm going to try and do a little bit shorter of a version today. So as far as the hospital experience, I know that I made a quick video and I haven't even watched it when I was pretty soon after I got to my room after surgery, and I was in a lot of pain. They had me on a morphine pump, and I wasn't pumping it, or I wasn't pressing the button enough times, the nurse said. So she said that I can press the button once every 10 minutes, and after a while the pain medication would start working. So I set my timer every 10 minutes. I was pressing that button and it did not help at all. If anything, it just made me feel worse and nauseous. So several times my mom asked for different medication, different pain medication. And several times, we were told, no, that this is what I was given, it's already in my system, whatever. So I stopped pressing the pain pump around 6 p.m. on Monday night, thinking that, okay, let it get out of my system and then they'll be able to give me something else, because pressing it was just making me nauseous, and then, vomiting with these incisions was not fun. So I was, ready to put up with the pain in order to get everything out of my system so I can get something that actually worked. Monday night was a very bad night. The pain from the first video that I made probably increased tenfold. It was ridiculous how much pain I was in. And Tuesday morning, early morning, I'm talking, 4 o'clock in the morning, it was really bad. And the nurse basically told me that she would give me anti-nausea medication and to press the pain pump, and I would be fine. That wasn't the case. So around, I would think, 8 o'clock that morning, my mom got tired of, seeing me, not just in pain, I was in agony. I mean, the amount of pain that I was in was completely unacceptable. I do know that, of course, there's going to be pain, but the pain that I was in was just off the charts. So she was tired of not getting any feedback responses from the nurses, so she called my surgeon's office, who is actually, it's located in the hospital but a different wing, and talked to the bariatric coordinator and told her the situation and said that, we had made several requests with the nurses, the CNAs, to let the nurses know that I was in pain and I needed medication, and nothing was done about it. So the bariatric coordinator called the 6th floor that I was on and had a talk with the nurse or the charge nurse, and I would imagine as soon as she got off the phone, she was walking in my room apologizing for the nurse on duty not doing her job. I mean, talk about an incompetent nurse. I mean, she was just unbelievable. So luckily it was at shift change and I didn't have to deal with her anymore, and the nurse that came on duty was excellent and started me on Dilaudid. And when they first put the Dilaudid into my IV, she coupled it with anti-nausea. But unfortunately, it did make me sick right away. And I threw up, which was not fun. But as soon as I threw up, I felt better. The Dilaudid took effect right away, and I was like, I felt like $1,000,000. I mean, I was finally able to relax and sleep a little bit, because Monday night into Tuesday morning, I did not sleep at all. I mean, I was up because the pain was so bad. So they let me sleep for a little bit and get the pain under control. Then I had to go down for my swallow test. And the stuff that they made me drink, it wasn't barium. It was something completely 100 times worse than that. It was nasty, some yellowish liquid. I mean, it was awful. And I was dizzy from, one, not having anything in my system, two, being in so much pain, and the ride down in the wheelchair, you know, actually sitting up, because until then I'd only sat up once Monday night before the pain really got out of control. So, you know, after laying in bed for so long and not moving, the slightest movement made me nauseous. So I had to take a few sips of this. Thankfully, I was able to get enough down that they could properly do the test, because as soon as I took a few sips, it came back up, and I just wanted to die. It was so nasty. So no leaks or anything like that. I was good. They put in a tray for me to have lunch, which was broth, Jello, and a popsicle. So I was able to get all the broth down, but the Jello and the popsicle, because it was so cold, it was kind of hard to swallow that. But after I had the pain medication was switched, I felt so much better. I was able to get up and walk, and I mean, that was a far cry from how I was feeling just hours before, laying in bed, you know, pretty much hoping for death, because that was how bad the pain was. And I don't want to scare any of you who are pre-op. I just want you guys to know that if you are in that much pain, you need to make sure that they do something about it, because yes, you're going to be in pain, you're going to be sore, it's going to be uncomfortable, but that kind of pain was unacceptable and not needed, because as soon as they switched my pain medication, I was like a whole new person. So definitely, if what they give you is not working, make sure that you demand something else, because it makes all the difference in the world. So on Tuesday night, I had a problem with my IVs. The nurse was about to put in the Dilaudid and anti-nausea, and it felt like my arm was on fire. So they had to take that IV out. And apparently I have small veins, or very deep ones, because she tried 2 more times, couldn't get it in. My veins, you know, pretty much collapsed as soon as she tried. So then she had another nurse come in. She couldn't do it. And then the charge nurse came in, tried 2 more times, and on the second time she was able to start another IV. So I'm talking about 5 after my initial IV, 5 more pokes, you know, which just kind of sent me over the edge. It was not fun. But I was able to finally sleep on Tuesday night, which was nice because I was so exhausted. I was up really late Sunday night, not being able to sleep, and then of course not sleeping any at all Monday. By Tuesday night I was just exhausted, so it was nice to actually finally get some sleep. Yeah, so yesterday came home, the first thing I did was jump in the shower, because after not being able to shower for a few days, I felt gross and dirty, and after showering I felt like, you know, a normal person again, so that was nice. I've been doing walking. I, you know, just walk up and down the sidewalk, you know, a few times. I'm not trying to overdo it now. Just, you know, really slow, really short distances for now. I did have today I know a lot of post-op diets are different. I'm allowed to have pureed foods on post-op day 3, which was today. So for breakfast I had a scrambled egg with cheese. I was only able to eat about 3 tablespoons, which equaled probably half of 1 egg. So, excuse me, that was, and I honestly, even when I was eating it, I kind of had to force myself to eat it because I was not feeling hungry at all. But I knew that I needed to get nutrition in, so I did it for the sake of that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on how I was doing post-op, because I know my first video I was not looking good, and it only got worse from there, but thankfully that's over with and I'm feeling much better now. I did in my video yesterday make kind kind of a slideshow at the end with pictures and stuff from the hospital. I just had a few to share. Hopefully I will be able to add those on to the end of this video because I haven't been talking quite as long as I did yesterday. So I will add those, and finally sharing my numbers with you guys, which I have not done yet. So again, I just want to thank everybody for your support and all the messages on Facebook and YouTube. It really meant a lot to me, not only during the last few days, but for this entire process for me. Without your support and encouragement and all of that, I probably wouldn't have been able to go through with this without you guys. So I wanted to thank you guys for that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will do probably another update every Monday, unless there's something in between that I find important to talk about. But anyways, have a good day, and tomorrow's the weekend, so hopefully you guys have a good weekend as well. Alright, thanks.